What's up, YouTube? It's me, Super Mario DJ here, and welcome back to another video tonight. Now, I'd like to welcome you back to the second bonus episode of the Dayshift Freddy Story Revamp series. Now, if you're wondering what the last bonus episode was, I'm not really referring to the actual bonus episode. I'm actually referring to the first PhoneGuy arc video, which was like episode 16, I'm pretty sure. We can go double check that right now. But yes, welcome back to Dayshift Freddy Story Revamp tonight. If you haven't seen the last episode, go check it out. It was a live stream, so it's a bit longer than a typical episode, but go check it out nonetheless. So yeah, there actually was a bonus episode, but I'm referring to PhoneGuy Arc Part 1. Today is PhoneGuy Arc Part 2, and for those of you who don't want to see have the PhoneGuy Arc spoiled for yourself, I recommend you skip this episode and come back in episode 22, because this is episode 21. It does have some significance to the evil run, that's why I'm still counting it as episode 22, 21. But, you know, if you don't want the PhoneGuy arc spoiled for yourself, I recommend skipping this one alongside episode 16. But besides that, I usually kind of gap the episodes in between the PhoneGuy arc episodes to kind of like pick up like smoothly, so you don't have to watch the PhoneGuy arc episode. So that's just a reminder. Now I'll warn you guys one more time before I actually hop into it. So yeah, welcome back. It's been a little bit, but you know, we're finally getting this PhoneGuy arc episode done so we can get back to the main run of the evil run. My allergies are better, my throat's not as sore, so I'm ready to read all the dialogue that is to come. So yeah, without further ado, let's open the game and get the show on the road. So yeah, hope you guys are ready. And we actually need to start in the last episode, because I did a silly mistake, and I skipped some PhoneGuy dialogue for the green PhoneGuy, because I want to include him in today's episode, because he is a PhoneGuy. So yeah, we're gonna start there. Then we're gonna do stuff with orange PhoneGuy. End things off. No, we'll start with green PhoneGuy, do orange PhoneGuy, and then go from there. So yeah, the game's been Aubergine approved. So yeah, let's get this show on the road, guys. Take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand, Ocean Man. Gotta get game capture to be selected, even though like it doesn't appear to show up, but it does seem to help keep the quality a bit better, so I'm enabling it. So yeah, like I said, before we really start, I need to go back to the previous episode and read a little dialogue. So yeah, let's quickly do that. I'm gonna mute it just in case, like, you know, I'm talking in that section, because I'm pretty sure I was kind of just skimming through something without realizing that I can only do it once. So yeah, again, go check out episode 20. It was live. So yep. And this is now your last chance to click off the video. I'm about to start reading. Well, I mean, green PhoneGuy isn't really PhoneGuy arc related, so I mean, if you want to stick around for that, stick around at least for like the first part about the green PhoneGuy. Then you can move on. Then you can leave. I'll warn you when I'm getting to like the serious PhoneGuy arc stuff. So yeah. Anyways, I gotta skim through it. There it was. I saw him for a minute. There we are. Right here. Here, just to go with the flow. Hold on. Let me full screen this. Just to go with the flow of the series, where it's all in full screen. Here we go. I remember I had to fix the music, so the music bugged out. But yes, here, I'm going to read some green PhoneGuy dialogue that I kind of skipped over. So, summon Max. Hello, hello, hello. Henry Miller, Sir, call me sir. Sir, it hurts, sir. Shh. Shh. What is your name, employee? My name is... Why can't I remember my name? Your name is Scott Cawthon, employee. Scott Cawthon, is that correct? Is that my name? It sure is. Welcome to the family. Sir, I don't feel so good. So that's a little part I kind of skimmed through without realizing I can only do that once. So yeah, he kind of goes like, "Oh, what's my name?" Because this is the spring-locked employee that we turned into a phone guy. So yeah, there's that little bit I skipped over. But now that that's done, let's actually go into the game now. So kind of corrected a mistake from last episode. Whoops, I got a full screen there. And now it's time. Here we are. Ocean Man's back. So, here we go. Continue let's go. PhoneGuy arc stuff happening now. So again, last chance to click off, unless, like I said, I'm starting with the green phone guy. If you're gonna watch that part, good for you. And then, again, when I get to orange phone guy, you might want to leave. That's some heavy PhoneGuy arc stuff. So yeah, here we go. Here we are. Here we go again. Security office. Here we go again. Summon Max. Hello. Sir, I don't feel so good. Employee, how do you feel? Shoddy, pretty shoddy, sir. Like my insides have become innards or something. What can you remember, employee? I remember cold steel, a factory, machines, the rearranging of flesh, that insert a metal into a person's body. Liquor store? Did I come from there? This isn't right. I'm so sorry, employee. Good. I'm still glad you have memories, employee. You get that different dialogue if you're doing the evil run. Do you still hurt? I feel like my ribs have been shattered or replaced with Why is my head plastic? What is my name? He's gonna be extra glitchy. You know, purple phone guy was glitchy. He's extra glitchy. Employee, what's your favorite animatronic? What? Foxy the pirate was always my favorite. Why did I say that? I don't think that. Get back to work, employee. Yes, sir. So, that was Max. He's totally there. Call the factory. Alright, time to call the factory. Time to call the factory.
Hello.
Welcome to Anthem hello, Anthem Robotics front desk. This is Scotty speaking. How can I help you today? Anthem Robotics is still open? Yes, sir, it is. Why, we even received a new customer recently. Sent an old employee to be repurposed. I'm that customer. I want to call about my new employee. What seems to be the problem, sir? His phone is defective. Send a new one. His body is scarred. Customers hate seeing that stuff. Sir, is your employee wearing a suit or a short sleeve top? Short sleeve. Well, the solution is clear. Make him wear a long sleeve top. The scars aren't on his body/arms. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, whoops. I meant to do the lie. Goodbye, sir. Have a good one. I'm gonna call the factory again. Alright, time to call the factory.
Hello.
I'm not gonna read this again, I already read it. I'll only read if it's new dialogue. Yes, I was wondering if I could rent a robot for my business. Well, we're all sold out for the next 6 months, unfortunately. Sorry. Those old models are really popular. I understand. Thanks anyways. Glad to help. Goodbye, sir. Have a good one. I know. I'm trying to give her a voice, but at the same time not. Well, I gotta call back about the employee one more time, because I skipped something.
Hello.
It's different, yes. Alright, hold on. Alright, we gotta keep lying. The scars aren't on his body / arms. You're clearly some kind of prank caller. Goodbye, sir. Well, that's all we missed. So, yep. So we summon Max. We've called the factory. Let's summon PhoneGuy. So, this is your final warning. If you don't want spoilers for the PhoneGuy arc, now's your time to leave. I'll put a timestamp saying this is where the heavy stuff comes in. Because like I said, you can kind of watch the part about Green PhoneGuy and the factory. And the intro bit. So yeah. Here we go.
Hello.
Oh, what voice did I give you, Frick? You're not stuttering, so I know that. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, sir. Is there something you wanted to ask me about? Tell me about yourself. Myself?
Okay.
Well,
No.
my head is a phone, which you, may or may not have noticed. I got a job at Freddy Fazbender's in the early 90s, and I've been here since. Largely against my will. Tell me about your old location. Oh, my old location? Well, my location was one of the last ones to open. I got my first job at location 9049, located in West Texas near El Paso. It's a pretty strange location. No idea how it remained open until 1993. I guess when the other locations were shutting down, someone just forgot to tell us. When we finally had to close, I got transferred to Location 1 out in Hurricane, Utah. By the time Location 1 was shut down, Freddy Fazbender had gone bankrupt, saving my life. The other phone guys, they weren't so lucky. Like pigs to the slaughter. The man behind the slaughter? Tell me some Freddy's lore.
No.
Well, truth be told, I only worked at Freddy's for a few years before the company collapsed. So I lost a lot of big company secrets have flown over my head. I don't even know anything about the famous Bite of 87, the one event which single-handedly crippled the whole company. Ah, what a pity. I know what happened, employee. You? You do? I was there when it went down. Psych! Fooled ya. I was simply doing an April Fool's trick. I was there when it happened. Whoa! I had no idea that you had such a... Who did it? What? Who was it? A broken down Foxy the Pirate. Toy Freddy 100%. Spring Freddy, an old Springlock suit. It was rigged. It was a rigged version of Foxy the Pirate wearing a rigged balloon boy being able to bite down a random doggo. Unsurprisingly, nibbled a little trash pile, fell from the roof onto someone's head. Fredbear. It was Fredbear. Well, if you know Dayshift 2, The Foxy and Balloon Boy are not far off. Neither is the trash pile, because I'm pretty sure you can die to mangle trash pile in Dayshift 2 from a bite, I think. Fredbear did bite Afton in the good ending of Dayshift 2. So there are a bunch of most of these options are actually true. Fredbear. It was Fredbear. Wait. So you're telling me that Fredbear, the Fredbear, caused both the bite of 83 and the bite of 87 to happen? Wow. What a poorly purchased decision for the company to have made.
Okay.
On the bright side, at least Fredbear's gone now, right?
No.
Right? No, you're misunderstood. Robot Fredbear didn't cause the bite of 87. The real Fredbear did. The real Fredbear? Yes, exactly. The literal yellow grizzly bear version. If this company has taught me one thing, it's not to engage crud like this. My brain hurts. So, if that means, then who got bitten? I was. Dave Miller was. Some dumb kid. You were. In a way, weren't we all? Well, there is an ending where we get bit. Dave was the one that got bit by the real Fredbear, so that's accurate. I can't say anything about these two. This would be funny though. In a way, weren't we all? Dave Miller was. Who? Dave Miller? The Dave Miller? No idea who that is. Wait, was he that one trumpet player who sang "Feel So Good"? I don't remember. Oh, really? Damn, that's disappointing. Sir, memory loss is a symptom of frontal lobe damage. Maybe you were the one that got bitten and simply forgot. I'm kidding, sir. Please, gosh, don't fire me. Haha, very funny. Okay, now that you mention it, yeah, I was the bite victim. Haha, very funny, employee. Okay, that's it. I taught you all about the infant's gargle of 1970. 97. Well, that was informal. Thanks for the info, sir. Don't mention it. If I could take back the knowledge, I would.
Okay.
Okay, just gonna pretend you didn't say that.
No.
Now, I surely hope that I don't get bitten at work. Again. So, was there anything else you wanted to ask me? Let's talk about Godred. Sir, with all due respect.
Okay.
No. Just no. Off topic, can we get a live goat? Fine. Let's change topic. Thank Foxy. That's all, employee. Alright, if you're still somehow here, final warning. This is where the lore gets deep. Ask what Scotty said about PhoneGuys. Hey, employee. Can I ask you something? Shoot, sir. What's on your mind? Do you? Well, it's just... Do you know Scotty? The phone gal who works at Afton Robotics? Why, yes, I do, sir. Yeah, I mean, I spent a few months working with her and another phone guy when the Final Freddy's location was shut down. She mentioned that the other phone guy, he was Generation 1. Right. That means he was manufactured in the 1970s, sir. Gen 2, like the purple phone-headed fella I replaced, were manufactured in 1980s. I'm Gen 3, which means I was produced in the 1990s. There weren't many of us made, to be frank. Why not? Well,
So,
with the number of Freddy's locations severely depleting, following the bite of 87, there just weren't many more of us needed. Scotty said something interesting about each generation of PhoneGuy.
okay.
Uh-huh. That with each generation of PhoneGuy, each PhoneGuy remembered more and more about their past life.
No.
You know, that isn't a bad observation. To be perfectly honest, the other PhoneGuy, the one that me and Scotty worked at the back of the factory, he could barely remember his own first name.
You know.
Generation 2, on the other hand, tend to remember little things.
So,
Some intense past in interpersonal relationships, the odd familiar place, family,
you know.
familiar cuss help bring a generation phony back. Reconnecting a phony with their past life is one sure-firing way to get them to remember most things. The important stuff is, anyways. So you're Generation 3. Correct. Like I said, I'm from 1990s. So, how much do you remember? Jeez. To be truthful, really all of it. You remember everything about your past life?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
you know, I was nobody special. I was a guy named Roger. I ended up going through a divorce and admittedly had a bit of a bad drinking habit.
You know.
Flunked out of medical school, ended up working a dead-end job by the time I was 30. So your name was Roger.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember just everything. Hell, I can still even access my human voice. Many phone guys can. You're joking me. Thank God he's gonna save talking. He's gonna talk for me. When the audio decides to come in.
This was my voice. My real voice. They ended up giving us the old stuttery voice boxes because, you know, a lot of the employees got their vocal cords shredded up in spring lock failures.
Huh. Nice to meet you, Roger.
I'm glad Roger gets to meet you too, sir. Me, I mean. I wasn't an astroscientist or anything all that interesting. Nobody working at Freddy's was, really.
So wait. Why does each generation of you guys remember more than the last?
Maybe it'll be easier to understand if I give you a little history lesson.
History lesson for the phone guy, give it to me. Give me the lore.
First phone guy produced was a guy named Scott Coffin. As in, that was the name he was born with. The first and only true Scott Coffin. The founder of our little company. The company was heartbroken when he died on the job. An accident while performing in a Freddy suit is what got him. This was before springlock suits were adapted from our competitors over at Fredbear's. He hit his head on a table and bled out.
Yikes.
When he passed, it felt like a piece of Freddy's had died. The remaining 5 managers would have given anything to have him back. And they did. Some nutjob named Dr. Miller wrote a thesis on metal having a life force. The joy of creation.
That vaguely rings a bell. Mm-hmm.
That same guy also patented the spring lock, interestingly enough.
Interesting.
Anyway, at that point, the company had just bought an old workshop by the name of Afton Robotics, and, well, you know.
So Scott died in a bear suit. Flesh merged with steel, steel entwined with flesh. Just like in the book.
I guess they figured if the machine could stitch fabric together, it could do the same with flesh, right? They got the remaining 5 Freddy's managers in to discuss and thus design the perfect manager. Strict but friendly, able to make and take calls from his own head. Endearing and just the right amount of lovable. The company wanted to create staff that were just as recognizable as the characters.
Alrighty.
Come down to any Freddy's location and meet Scott. He runs the place. they eventually finished the Scott Memorial Machine, which turned employees into living phone people.
Huh.
Here's a picture of Scott. Model 0101.
There he is. There's Scott. And I see a Freddy suit in the background. It also looks like he actually has eyeballs.
He didn't last long. Technology was crude and customers could tell he was suffering. The company put him out of his misery. We couldn't bear to see the man who gave Freddy's life in such pain.
Yikes.
Think of him as Generation Zero, the black sheep of PhoneGuys.
Yikes. That's not good.
They tried to reprogram the robotic AI of the first generation to be more like him, the dedicated employee he was when he was still alive. But, of course, that came with a million unforeseeable kinks. And no, I'm not talking about Fox kinks. Souls and memory can be tricky stuff.
Yeah.
Overriding one mind with another, it's not pretty. Their image of the kind of person Scott Coffin wasn't really a fleshed out person. It wasn't natural.
Yeah.
Only the most dedicated phones survived this process and became functioning phone guys.
That doesn't sound too pleasant.
I think the company got sick of the headaches that the Generation 1 phones gave us and decided to dull the AI next generation. Let the old brain work in tandem, you know? That led to workers remembering a little bit too much, though, and trying to reconnect with their own lives. So, for Generation 3, they just didn't reprogram us at all. They told us who we were now, and what would happen if we tried to run, trained us a little, and told us to get to work.
So that's how I remember everything. Sure, they may have put my skull and brain into a phone head, but, I mean, my mind's the same as it's ever been, you know, aside from a healthy helping of trauma. I just don't understand. You remember everything. Who you were, where you lived. Employee, you can go home. You can go back to your old life. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yay! Why do you want to stay? I had to sing it.
With all due respect, I worked at Freddy's, sir. I was 34. I was divorced, dropped out of college, lost my apartment, and my dog must be dead at this point.
Yikes.
There isn't anything for me to go back to. I don't want to be Roger anymore. Roger's a drunken lout whose wife left him and couldn't finish med school. Scott Coffin is a manager at the last remaining Freddy's location. The founder of the company, the man who started it all. Scott Coffin is the very definition of what an ideal manager is. The definition of an ideal person. Scott Coffin was a man who the company loved so much, they literally did the impossible to bring him back. Nobody ever loved Roger that much. Nobody even noticed when Roger went. The company loved Scott so much that they spent 20 years straight trying to bring him back. I'd much rather be Scott Coffin than Roger, sir. This is home.
I see. I'm sorry, employee. Thanks for telling me what I wanted to know. Nice. Now get back to work, employee. I know this is the evil run, but for the sake of this being a PhoneGuy arc episode, I'm sorry, employee. Thanks for telling me what I wanted to know. It's okay. Really. I'll be around if you need me, sir. I'll see you on the flip side, sir. And the purple guy music kicks back in. Well, with that, we've talked to PhoneGuy. We got our PhoneGuy arc lore. We summoned Max. We called the factory. Seems like my work here is done. So, there we go. That's the second PhoneGuy arc episode, and now that we've heard Roger's backstory, Orange PhoneGuy's backstory, I look forward to seeing what happens when we continue the evil run now that we've listened to the backstory of Roger. So that's where we're gonna kick things off. We're gonna save. We're gonna save just in case something went wrong, which I don't. Well, I mean, I should check. I can check before I save. Let's get out of full screen. So yeah, hey, this wasn't as long as the past PhoneGuy arc episode, but the first PhoneGuy arc episode was a little longer because there was a lot more to talk about and a lot more to read. So yeah, now we can save the game. And next episode, we are at 4 p.m. now. We have 2 hours left of the shift. We're gonna interact with Dave Trap. We're gonna get some more cash. And when we hit 6 a.m., we're gonna see what happens when we talk to the police again. So get ready. We have now saved 21 times, and things are about to get very interesting. So, if you have enjoyed, do leave a like, comment, subscribe, it's very much appreciated. Hit the bell to be notified when we come back for the next episode of Dayshift Phase 3 Evil Run in the Revamp playthrough. It's time to game end and go to title. We'll be back soon. Time to go interact with Dave Trap and the Dayshift and see what's next on Dave's to-do list. So, leave. Just leave. So that's everything. If you have enjoyed, do leave a like, comment, subscribe, it's really appreciated. Hit the bell to be notified when we come back for more Dayshift Phase 3 content. And until the next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the flip side for more content. Hope you enjoyed for the people that stuck around, and for those who skipped this episode, I'll see you guys in episode 22. So yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye guys! Thank you guys so much for watching.